This title may contain explicit content, and listener discretion is advised. This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Doctor, Please, Medical Examination, Multi-Story, Hot Sex Bundle. By Abbie Grace. Calling Dr. Feel Good. By Abbie Grace. I had just moved to a small town from the big, dirty city. My job had worked it out so that I could work from home most of the time and commute only 2 days a week. I was in heaven. I had gotten a notice that it was time for my complete annual physical. I could drive into the city for it, or I could try my local clinic. Being short on time, I elected to try the local clinic and called for an appointment. To my great surprise, the phone was answered by a smooth male voice. The doctor himself was answering the phone as his nurse was out for the day. He had few appointments and suggested that I come over within the next hour, and he would take me right away. He sounded delightful. I hurried to shower and get dressed for my appointment. The clinic was housed in an older home right on the main square downtown. A nicely tended garden greeted me as I walked up to an old-fashioned farmer's porch. I took a deep breath of the quiet, pure, small-town atmosphere and tried to swallow my nerves. I never liked my annual physicals. I walked into a comfortable, dimly lit parlor and took a seat, fidgeting nervously. After a couple of minutes, the doctor entered the room, smiling warmly. About 6 tall, in his mid-30s, with a beautiful athletic build, sandy blonde hair, and deep green eyes. I was instantly wet at the thought of this handsome doctor performing my physical. "Hi, I am glad you could come over so quickly. I am Dr. Dave. Would you like to follow me?" he said as he walked over to me and took me by the hand. He removed the insurance packet from my hands and led me down a cool, dark hall to an exam room. "I hope you don't mind my nurse not being here." "No, not at all." I smiled. "I just want to get this over with." "Fine. I am also all out of gowns. The laundry service did not send me enough this week, and I hate the paper ones. Bad enough to have paper on the exam tables," he joked. I sighed softly. Did a gown really make that much difference? There were no other patients here, and it always seemed to get in the way anyway. "No problem, doctor." "Great, we can do your medical history while you undress completely if you like." He seemed to be involved in reading over my insurance packet, hardly even looking up at me. What the heck? I knew I was no prize at 5 feet 5 inches and 125 pounds. The relief of being able to get this over with in such a low-key, informal setting far outweighed a few departures from the norm. "You can put your things on that chair right there, and we can get started." As I slid out of my shoes and began to unbutton my blouse, he began the gentle, general questions about my medical history. The chair was right in his line of sight, and he watched me strip for him. His questions became a bit more personal as I stood before him in my lacy bra and panties, focusing on my sexual habits. How frequently did I have sex? Did I masturbate? If so, how often? What did I use? I paused as I knew those questions were not on the insurance company form. "They really are quite lovely garments, but you will have to remove them, Sandra," he teased. I blushed and unhooked my bra. I heard his sharp intake of breath as my lovely 38Cs fell out of their prison. I sensed this doctor was enjoying this as well, so I stretched and arched my back for him. "Nice, the panties too. Then you can sit on the exam table for me," he told me. Dr. Dave had a warm twinkle in his eye. His smile got very large when I pulled my panties down and revealed a mass of dark, curly pubic hair. I sat on the edge of the exam table for him, dangling my legs over the side. The dreaded stirrups were nowhere in sight. He put his pen down.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.